So let's go back to our favorite opener these next few days. Woo, whoa, war, wah, wow. And we're going to shift our awareness from the idea of tonal energy and the buzz that we are feeling to the idea of shape, right? And the shape that we can feel our body making. Now, I have a challenge for all of you. What I want you to do is, at some point in the structural work today, one at a time, I want you to come over to the mirror, right? And I'll leave like an opening here so that a person can go up and look at your shape making woo, whoa, war, wow, wow, so that you can pay attention to notice how what you're feeling in terms of lip shape looks in the mirror. Yeah? All right. So if we look at these as words, and I think the only word that isn't a real word here is wah, right? Which means dealer's choice. Since you're always communicating, make it mean something. I don't know what a wah is. Let's see. I'm gonna come up with it right now, and I encourage you to each come up with your own wah. Okay. I've now, in my mind, defined what a wah is, and so when I communicate, I'm going to be thinking about that. Okay. Now, but these are all, words that we want to communicate. Yeah. So let's begin with the ideas that we're putting together to create structural energy, to create shape. Let's begin with the goalposts, yeah? So everybody feel woo, whoa, war, wow, wow, and work between the goalposts. Ready, set, go.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Good. Were you able to both communicate and focus on goalpost work at the same time? Did you communicate an intention or a meaning of the words? Let's do that again. Ready?
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Good eye ratings, Elizabeth, yeah? Ooh, whoa, especially that whoa, right? Okay, now let's add another element of structural work that we're doing, which is our two-finger space. Yeah, this is like the reverse Vulcan sign. Reverse Spock. Your middle finger and your ring finger. Yeah? All right, so now let's remember the two-finger space as we work. Everybody go ahead, find your position for the two-finger space so I can check it, please. Right here, yeah. It's not, right? It's not back here. It's not.
What side?
No, there it is. Yes, right there. It's where it's going to help. Okay? So let's now find that. Ooh, whoa, war, wow, wow. This would be a good time for the first challenger to go up to the mirror and look at what you're doing.
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
He got it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now, let me ask you something. How much was your jaw moving? Can you find that openness and get used to that openness? Remember, if you feel like your jaw is pushing back, you can adjust it a little, make it feel looser. Yeah? Can you feel that the whole time? Where your lips are making the shape, but your tooth space is still open. Try it again.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
How'd that feel? Everybody feel like you controlled it by placing it further back in your throat? Did anybody do that? Yeah? Okay. Change the pitch. Try to change the pitch so that you're not getting all James Earl Jones on yourself, right? Because if I feel myself moving, controlling the sound back here to make it sound big, right? And to not move my jaw, then I'm going to get tight here. But we don't, and so we don't want that to happen, yeah? So how can you then do it? Change the pitch. Yeah? Let's try it again, a little bit higher pitch.
Whoa! War! Wow! Wow!
Was that easier?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, let me hear yours. Go ahead.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Was that hard?
Oh, why was hard the first time? Maybe it was the pressure.
Yeah, maybe it was trying a little too hard. Yeah? Okay. Who else? Did anybody else have a harder time when you raised the pitch? Was it easier? Okay. Now, another thing that you naturally did when you raised the pitch a little bit is you let yourself be a little bit lighter, right? Now, can you ride the tonal current without being in concentrated tone? Can you ride the tonal current without being in concentrated tone? Is it possible? Would Albert Einstein say that it was possible to ride the tonal current without being in concentrated tone? Who says anything is possible?
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
You know, most of the time in an acting class, if you can choose yes, it's usually yes.
Exactly. You
So,
believe it, it's true.
So, writing a tonal current, right? You don't have to get a call on every word to still feel some sense of dilute tone. And when you raise your pitch, you let yourself go a little bit lighter with it. Is it preferable always to have a minimal tonal current and a minimal yawn? Absolutely, because the audience needs to hear you, right? But are all of your acting choices going to be woo, whoa, war, wow, wow? No, unless we're in the exciting play we did earlier that we were working calls called Dumb Girl Learns That Old Boats Don't Float, right?
It's not Oswald.
It was inherent to that style of that play, right? But it's not something that you would always do. Yeah? So now let's try woo, whoa, war, wow, wow with, let's see. We've done the goalposts. We've done the two-finger space. What's next? What's next in shape?
The thumb. Question mark.
Forward now.
We'll get there. Now, here's. You made me give you a test.
Oh, dear. Good job, Tyler.
I'm just trying to better my
Upon which word would the thumb shape opening be the appropriate lip shape?
Woo.
Wait,
No.
whoa.
Whoa.
I don't even hear what
Wow.
was the question.
War?
Yes. That's the last one you guessed, but yes.
Well, I mean, when I thought that, I was like, that makes sense.
We'll talk about that in a moment, okay? But back to putting together the fundamental pieces, the fundamental pieces of structural energy, right? We've got the goalposts to keep it vertical, right? We've got the two-finger space to keep it open. What else do we need that we talked about the other day in class?
Incipient yawn.
Huh?
Incipient yawn.
Yes, we need a little bit more yawn. So this time we're going to find a sense of releasing forward, a sense of cushiony lips, and releasing forward with the facial muscles, yeah? Okay, now what do you think is going to help you the most to do that? We've got this, we've got this. What's going to help you? Is it up here? Is it like this? Is it an idea of a megaphone? Is that going to help your lips be cushiony? Try something and see what works. Yeah. In fact, if you don't have something to try the megaphone, because we're going to talk about that in a moment. Yeah. Okay. Now, you still need the goalposts. You still need the 2-finger space. Your hands just aren't telling you what to do, right? But now you need the gentle yawn forward. Okay, ready? And breathe. How'd you do? Feel all right? Yeah? Okay, time for an art lesson.
All right.
Really good at this.
Did you see that?
Oh,
Hey, good, I am a good artist. So, this is what?
It's
A
a
cone.
megaphone.
It's a megaphone. It's an old megaphone, right? Like you would see in the 40s and 50s high school yearbook pictures, right? A megaphone, yeah? So, and if we cup our hands, we also make a megaphone, yeah? You people get to be on the spot now. All right, so we also can make a megaphone, and we may have a different sensory experience in terms of how it sounds, okay? So what I want everybody to do is to make a megaphone with your hands, all right? And we're going to do a super speed round of woo, woo, war, wow, wow, so that everybody can experience it without anybody else making noise, okay? Yeah, you still want to do everything, but I want you to hear how it sounds different. Yeah, go.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Hasn't the
It's
whole
like
equilibrium
projected
changed? Yeah.
Woo, woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Try to put your hands closer to your lips.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Those two things were different, right?
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
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 Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow. Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow. Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow. Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow. Woo, war.
You can do it. Big open space.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Good, good. Keep working on more vertical space between your teeth. Woo. Let me hear you go. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was better. That was better. Good. Keep working on back of your neck, approach going, reaching for the sound. Yeah? Okay, good. So it was a different sensory experience, right? Yeah? Okay. So that's what happens when you change the shape of the resonating cavity or opening, right? And so in that experiment, our lips were here at the little end of the megaphone, right? And this was the outer area of the room, yeah? And then, let's see, here's our nose. There's some pretty eyelashes. And that would be the rest of our head, right? Okay, so, and this is the mouth right here. Now, what if we had to be in a play, say, where you couldn't do this the whole time in order to project? There are occasionally plays like that where you cannot go like this because, you know, it's not in the character justification, right? So then how do you get that enhanced feeling that a shape can give you, yeah? Well, Arthur had this idea of a reverse megaphone, right? That the forward yawn began here, right? But that it was backwards. So the little end is here. And the big end is our sound box, right? It comes from yawn. It comes from being open and loose as you move back through your mouth, which is your sound, you know, the whole cavity that the sound is bouncing off of. And then there can even be a sense of feeling the sound move upward, right, through your sinuses and so forth. Yeah, is that making sense? Because this is the idea of the reverse megaphone. So you don't need one on the outside if you have one on the inside, right? Now, with this mental image in mind, close your eyes so that you don't have my artwork in mind. But with this mental image in mind, what I want you to do is woo, whoa, war, wah, wow, lightly, and think about your body as a reverse megaphone, your sound box as a reverse megaphone. Ready, set, off you go.
Woo, whoa, war, wow, wow.
Good, good. Open your eyes, please. How did that image work for you? Does that work for you?
Kind of, actually.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Yeah?
I just pictured, you know, like when the Death Star is like destroying Alderaan, and like all the rays are like, you know, to the kind of triangle, and then it turns into one.
And so that your mouth would be at the little end,
Yeah.
right? And it would go back toward the big circle
Yeah.
in the Death Star. Yes. Yes. I will say, as I was looking around the room that time, what naturally happened as a result of holding the image of the reverse megaphone in your mind was that it was easier for you to get more vertical space, right? So everybody's working right now on developing more of the two-finger space when they are feeling big open vowels that are structural vowels and some tonal vowels, right? But it can feel weird. Doesn't it feel odd to be like that?
Yes.
Doesn't it feel like a very sort of fancy Shakespearean actor? Oh, from you, Sophia, right? So it might feel a little not your habit at first. But think about it. When you're singing a song, you have to be much more open than you would normally be, right? So most of the time, when you're on stage or when you're giving a speech in your core class, you need to be more open vertically than you typically are. You need to be more extravagant with vertical space than you typically are. Does that make sense? Okay. So now, when you're doing war, wow, whoa, whoa, war, wow, wow, and you're doing your personal warm-up, right? You've got different points of focus that you can give yourself on your warm-up. And it's easy. You know what to do. You don't have to kind of sit there and think, oh, what am I going to do next, right? You got the goalpost version. You've got the two-finger space version. You've got the megaphone version that we just did. And you've also got the image of the reverse megaphone to help create that space, right? What else do you have? Do you remember? You've got eye radiancy. You've got a communicating, right, where you can put your focus on these things. You've got wide-eyed wonder. You've got the big wrapped present right in front of you. Yeah? And any number of character choices that you should like to engage. Say, if you're warming up for a particular show that has a particular character in it. Okay? Hey, I've got a great idea. Use that character right, in your woo 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 woo. So with really one structural vocal exploration, you can help tune up your voice. And I will tell you, some people find that structural energy, meaning the open shape of certain vowels, is for them the most helpful thing that they learn in this class and in this work. Structural helps them to find the space and the shape that they need to be louder, to be more emotionally invested, to have better, healthier technique so they don't hurt their voice, right? Some people really groove on this and really help. But anyway, back to the test that Tyler made me give you. You thought the test was over, didn't you?